Savadikharap everyone, this is Shared Dejavu. Welcome to Once Upon a Dejavu Season 2 Episode 1. Previous few weeks I have been doing bare minimum things to just go through the day after day. Although I got many creative ideas, but I found myself unable to bring them into light. This week I was most frustrated, so I decided to do something about it. I spent a whole day thinking about what I really want to do and can do, and most importantly, what is doable for me. Very late at night, I managed to figure out that I should do a second season of Once Upon a Dejavu. I slept with the plan, and next morning I began to search for ideas. Amongst many great ideas that I thought were most hurtful ways to die, biggest events of January, etc. But they were so dumb that none of them inspired me enough. At noon, it was when I was taking a cold bath, I suddenly got an idea. It was a eureka moment. I finally got the big beautiful concept for the first episode. So allow me to say a few things first. My name is Shrikant. I have been doing a course DLED which people do to be a primary teacher in India. There are certain other exams too to do so, like CTET, which is about to happen again on 7th and 8th February of next month, and I am also going to take part in it. There are many subjects you need to prepare for the exam, like social science, language, science and mathematics, etc. But the most important subject is pedagogy. So when I was thinking of an idea for the podcast, I wanted it to align with my preparation, but I also wanted to be a meaningful venture. I thought let's mix both of them. So here it is, a podcast which is focused primarily on learning pedagogy, but it is a message too, a letter to 2126. Let's talk about the CTET exam for a bit to understand it better. According to National Education Policy of 2020, the current structure for a child to study in India is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. In the first 5 years, children are supposed to study in either a primary school or in an Anganwadi school or in a kindergarten school. The course that I am doing allows me to be a teacher of either a primary school, which is from 1st to 5th class, or in an upper primary school, which is from 6th to 8th class. I have passed the primary eligibility test in December 2024 already, which is required to be a central government school teacher. Now I will be participating in the junior eligibility test. You know, in Hindi, an exam is called Pariksha, but for no obvious reason, I have been calling any kind of exam paper. It's been a habit of mine since childhood. Like every time there is an exam coming to my life, I call it like ye paper or wo paper or mera paper. So it's weird, but it is what it is. Savadikharap again to the people of 2126. How it's going? I hope you are doing great. Whatever you must be doing, for sure you won't be doing any kind of preparation like me. A quick fact for you, Savadikharap is a Thai greeting from the country of Thailand. A country, if it would have been a person, it would be called Lisa, a global treasure born in Thailand. I wonder how many countries are alive in your age and how many you have built in different planets. For me, the very first thought of future where I would no longer be alive is people living in different planets and expanding homes for humanity beyond the solar systems and galaxies. Travelers roaming around different planets, like going to different countries in my times. I hope by the time of your present year, most of you must have become cyborgs or taken other forms. I believe to live across the universe, it is primary step to have enhanced strengths, immorality of body, where you don't need oxygen or food, maybe only for smelling and tasting. It would be nice. Okay, let's leave my fantasies for some other day. For now, let's focus on the exam I am preparing for, specifically pedagogy. It is a study of development of children in various stages of life, laws, principles, methods to teach and help them learn accordingly. The book from which I am preparing from is handwritten notes of some 300 pages. It was written by Himanshi Singh, an online pedagogy teacher. It is most important since it covers 90 marks out of 150, which is also numbers of marks I need to score in order to qualify. The book is lengthy. On 28th of January, I read it extensively in one night. Although reading it in 2024 already helped me to read it in one sitting. There are 7 units in the book. I will try to talk about at least one concept of every unit, and I will choose the concepts which I feel are important. To be honest, I don't understand most of them yet. So let's start our first unit, which is psychology. Psychology is study of psyche, soul, a Greek word. In modern current times, it is a study of behavior, how individuals behave in different and similar situations. I find it entirely false because when a man can see what is happening in other people's mind, why would they need to study their behavior? Everyone has that ability except me. I think I am the only person in the entire world who can't do that, but I have to pass the exam, so I had to read it. I did read it. It is the smallest unit, so I could read it pretty comfortably, easily. Our second unit is child development pedagogy. It talks about child development at various stages of life, how heredity and environment plays important role in development. It is also very lengthy. It talks about moral development of various stages too. A very famous educationist, Mr. Kohlberg, gave many theories on moral development, which are also important for the exams. He put children of various ages in many hypothetical situations to form the theories, which was based upon their answers. But our most important educationists are Vygotsky and Piaget. For the child development, Vygotsky focuses on socioculture and scaffolding or temporary help for child development, while Piaget focuses on children's own construction abilities of knowledge. He calls them little scientists, own creator of knowledge. Piaget also gave 4 stages of learning for the child development. First stage is sensory motor stage, where a child of age 0 to 2 starts learning through senses. And the second stage is pre-operational stage, where a child of age 3 to 7 years starts learning through lots of questions and symbols, but it has also some limitations like centration and non-conservation of things. The third stage is concrete operational stage, which is where a child of age 7 to 11 starts learning through concrete objects and starts developing the abilities of classification, seriation and conservation. The final stage is formal operational stage, which is where a child from age 11 to 15 starts learning through formal or abstract concepts and starts having the ability to learn with the deductive reasoning, where you can learn things purely on the basis of a rule. You don't need much of examples to learn. Our third unit focuses on teaching learning process. What is learning? How to learn? It talks about various educationists talking about learning and giving their theories on learning process. One of the educationist is Ian Pavlov. He used stimulus and conditioning to tell about the learning process in different contexts. He used to had a dog named Beck, and we all know that all dogs produce saliva every time they see any kind of food. Here the food is supposed to be a conditioned stimulus which causes dogs to produce saliva in their mouth. So he started an experiment where he used to ring a bell before giving any kind of food to his dog. Here the bell is supposed to be a neutral stimulus, and he saw that after some time the dog started to produce saliva just after hearing the bell, and basically he made the bell a neutral stimulus, a conditioned stimulus in the learning process of a dog's mind. And various kinds of theories that he built taught about the learning process and how it can relate to the education system of humans. The fourth unit is motivation. It talks about motivation, how it works, is a force to make actions eventually leading for learning. Here various kinds of intelligence and the theories of intelligence are given. Many people believed intelligence is a single entity which leads to excellence in different fields, but a famous educationist who is also the most important educationist of the unit believed in multiple intelligences, where specific intelligence leads to a specific kind of success or excellence in a particular field. Like linguistic intelligence leads for excellence in writing field, or spatial intelligence leading to the excellence in the engineering field, or kinesthetic intelligence which leads to the excellence in athletics or sportsmanship. The sixth unit is inclusive education. In inclusive education, a social structure is supposed to be built for every kind of student. Children of different races, classes, and abilities or disabilities are supposed to learn together in one classroom, making the learning process kind of same for every child. People who suffer from dyslexia, a disease where they face problems while reading, or dysgraphia where people face problems while writing, or aphasia where they face problem while speaking. They are the most challenging group to teach for a teacher in the modern education system. I hope in your times most of such differences or disabilities are eliminated in learning process. Seventh unit is the most lengthy unit of the book. It talks about lots of things like research, teaching style, curriculum, evaluation and its methods, and it also talks about various policies and curriculum in Indian education. However, the most important part of the unit is personality. Personality, it comes from a Latin word persona, which means mask. How a person behaves and reacts in situation is supposed to be the best way for others around him to understand about his personality. It's a complex combination of inherited and acquired traits, personal, social and moral values and beliefs with various influencing factors such as family, friends, school, society. All of it makes it a unique and vital part of life for an individual. Educationist Jung categorized it in two categories. First, introvert, people who are very self-preserved and don't open themselves to the world that much are called introverts. And the second category is extrovert, people who are very open to the world are called extrovert. It is a universal belief that the world is built for extrovert people. I learned about this universal belief from Alexandria Botez, a famous Twitch streamer, and is for me. I consider or think about the personality types in two situations. In the first situation, when I am active, I find it atrociously designed lies. In the second situation, when I am inactive or lazy, I feel who cares. Neither me nor anyone else cares about it that much. Other famous categories are made by Roger. He put personas or personalities in two groups, congruent and incongruent. He believed a man keeps wandering in his mind with two different personalities. First personality is what he thinks of himself or what he wants to be, and the second personality is what he actually is in a general context. He said lack of lapping of these two personalities leads to sadness, and plenty of lapping leads to happiness in individuals. So this was the final unit of the book, and when I finished the book on 28th January's night, I began to think about that what kind of small facts or details can make this book interesting for the people who are unrelated to the education world or don't want to be a teacher. And when I thought about it, I started to think about the small and tiny details which makes the book interesting or at least reduce the boredom. And some details like eureka moment, it's kind of an aha moment, or in another words, illumination. It's sudden strike of idea like striking of lightning. It's very similar to the idea of doing this podcast. You remember when I was talking about how I got the idea when I was taking the bath? And the other detail or small fact I could remember from the book right now is Flynn effect, which is in every decade people are getting smarter than the previous decade. So these are the small details that makes a book or at least this book interesting for the people who are non-serious readers. And another interesting fact or a story I could think right now is Heinz Dilemma, a story built by Kohlberg where a husband named Heinz is put in an hypothetical situation where he needs blood for his dying wife and he doesn't have any money. So if he steals the blood, he goes to jail, and if he doesn't, he lets his wife die. It's a hypothetical situation, as you can see, and Kohlberg used to tell about the story to children of different age groups. It was kind of an experiment for him. He used to tell this story to get answers from different children of different age. He used those answers to understand how much the moral development those children have made at that particular age. He built many theories based on the responses given by the children about the moral development of children in a very well categorized manner. While I am in the final stages of creating this podcast, today on 13th of January, my second gift for my mother for her 15th birthday was delivered. It was late. Actual birthday was on 26th of January. It's a book, A Young Girl's Diary, written by Annie Frank. She called me at noon about the delivery. I said it was the most possible gift I could manage to give her for now, and she said it was good. She again mentioned the earlier gift, the first gift, a sculpture of Lord Krishna with a cow under a kadamba tree. She said it was good. I hope I would manage to bring few happy moments in the year for her, since 50 years of life is a big milestone in itself. Every individual lives a unique life and follows a lone path in their own journey. Milestones, or should I say time stones, age such, should be celebrated to the fullest. It's a big year and I hope for the best for her. Okay, now we are in the final phase of the podcast. I have to confess, I haven't figured out a proper way of endings. It's not the end of our conversation, let me be clear. There will be many fun and happy such journeys with you guys. I am talking about generally I am not good at endings. There is a character in Marvel Comics, Doomsday. He is kind of an epitome of ending things. He has been in the big discussions lately because of his appearance in Avengers 5 in the coming December of 2026. Speaking of movies, there is also another divine-like movie, Dune the Messiah, is also coming at the same time around Christmas of 2026. Lead character of the movie is Paul Atreides, a godlike warrior of future, and the interesting thing about it is that he's from the same time of yours, like in the decade of 2120. He's played by Timothy Chalamet. He's also a godlike human in real life too. So these two really great movies are coming at the same time around the Christmas of 2026. I hope there is no person or any doctor to cause chaos in your time like Dr. Doom, since doctors must be the new god in your age, and if there is a person or a doctor to create any kind of chaos, I hope you fight like Paul Atreides, and please don't forget to say a classical dialogue like it's showtime.